Hello and welcome to another edition of Spartan Spotlight. I'm your host, Mark Jansen, and with me today is guard for the Trinity Western men's basketball team, Tristan Smith. Tristan, thanks for coming.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Let's just talk about a good game on Saturday. Well, a good weekend for you guys, but yourself, you had 31 points.
Yeah.
What was going well?
Everything.
Yeah?
Everything. Yeah, it was a great game. I had just one of those games where everything seemed to be falling, but I mean, as a team, we just played so well the first night. Came together so well as a team that it kind of took the, I guess, pressure off of me as far as the other defenders.
Yeah.
Allowed me to kind of score.
Yeah. Was it kind of nice, you've had a year off, to get into it and have some success right away?
Yeah, it was very nice. I learned a lot during that year. It was a very humbling experience, actually.
Yeah. What was that year like? I mean, having to take a year off and watch your team play on the sidelines?
And like I said, it was really humbling. I think the biggest thing biggest urge for me was just wanting to get out on the floor. Unlike most of the times where guys have to take a year off for injuries and stuff like that, I had to take a year off completely healthy and available and ready to play. So it made me very, very nervous on the sidelines. I was really wanting to get out there and contribute for my guys on the team, but I couldn't. It was very humbling in that way, allowing me to kind of calm my nerves and just see things and learn from a fan's perspective, from teammates.
Yeah. You think it helped you this year?
I think it did as well. I think it really allowed me to learn how to reach out to my guys in different ways outside of just playing the game and doing things on the court. It allowed me to be able to verbalize, some of the things that I would like to see, within the course of the game that might benefit the team as a whole. So.
How would you feel the team's changed since last year? I mean, you guys didn't get up to a potential last year, but you want things differently this year.
I think the biggest thing that changed is just the energy, the chemistry on the team. There's a lot of energy within the locker room for the games and everything. We all have very deep, very good relationships. A lot of that comes with several of us got the opportunity to go to Africa and experience that. And coming back from that, there's just a lot of energy and love and compassion, passion for each other as teammates. I think that's the biggest thing.
What was that trip like? I mean, quite an experience, I'd imagine.
Yeah, that was one of the greatest experiences of my life, and I'll definitely carry that with me for the rest of my life. I think the most memorable thing that I take back from the trip would have to be the landscape, the entire scenery. We had the Hoops for Hope did a great job in planning our trip, and we were able to go to a lot of different sites where we were able to see the entire landscape. Like we went on top of Tabletop Mountain, which is a mountaintop that Cape Town is infamous for, and we were able to see the entire landscape in Cape Town. It's just amazing. And the most, we also did some trip. The trip consisted of us doing some camps and stuff for kids out in Africa, and through that experience, that touched us because a lot of those kids don't get to benefit even, the beautiful sights that we were able to see. They don't benefit from that. They don't see how lucky they are to live in such a place. And yeah, it was an amazing experience.
Yeah. Now you grew up in LA, and then you went to Arizona State, and then Fraser Valley, and Trinity Western. Can you just walk me through how this kind of progression happened for you?
It was a lot of. I actually don't even know. I went through so many different phases of me just growing up. I think my high school, I went to a very small high school. It was about 300 kids. Yeah, very small. And then going from 300 kids and transferring to a school that had about 60,000 in capacity. It was just a little bit of a culture shock. And then I actually anticipated playing basketball at Arizona State, but through the transition of them getting a new coach the following year that I had arrived, the opportunity just kind of surpassed. And so I took a year off, and then through my dad's connections, my dad's actually an overseas coach and trainer, so he was able to give me a scholarship out to University of Fraser Valley, and I spent 2 years there, and after 2 years just felt like it wasn't the greatest fit, being that I was away from home and it's not a very social environment. It just wasn't the best fit. It didn't remind me of high school, basically. And I think that was the greatest thing that drew me to Trinity was the idea that I would come to a place that really reminded me, it felt like home in terms of my high school experience. Small school, everybody loves and supports each other so much here, and it's a great transition for me. I feel like home. I definitely want to graduate from here.
Yeah, the culture you seem to like, it's a different culture than most universities, eh?
Much different, much different. I really appreciate the opportunity, definitely, to come here, because through this, even these last 2 years, I've been able to grow, not only through basketball, but as a person, through my academics, and it's really like through the opportunities to go to Africa. Like, it's just been an amazing experience, amazing ride this one.
What was it like growing up in Los Angeles? Were you always into basketball? Was that always?
Always.
Yeah?
Always into basketball, yeah. Ever since I was 5 years old, I picked up a ball and I just loved it. I actually played like a lot of sports growing up.
Okay, yeah.
I played soccer, volleyball, football, like you name it.
No hockey though?
No hockey. I actually didn't know much about hockey until I didn't even know the Kings played in the same arena that the Lakers played.
Oh really?
Yeah, for a long time. That was news to me once I came to Canada. But yeah, I learned about hockey. I definitely appreciate it.
Yeah.
Basketball's definitely been a passion ever since I was young.
Yeah. Now, it seems that you kind of have expressed yourself through your varying hairstyles.
Yes.
Tell me a story about when you were younger, when it kind of went awry for you.
Okay. Well, like you said, all the time I like to change up my hairstyles, and it's just been a way to show my independence ever since I was growing up. I just loved showing my creativity in the ways that I dress and everything. And so I used to have braids, and one day before a game, my mom actually used to braid my hair. She braided my hair 2 days before a game.
Okay, yeah.
And so the day of the game, my friends had braids on the team as well, so we decided to take out half of the braids, in our hair. So one side of our hair is out and just crazy, and the other half is braided, and we just thought it'd be a good idea. I don't know, when you're young, you just do crazy things, right? So I have half of my hair out, and this was like a big game. It was like the semi-final game going into the championship round, and we ended up winning the game, and after the game, we're all excited, running, and fans are rushing the court and everything, and I'm screaming and happy with my friends, and all of a sudden I get snatched from behind. My mom turns me around. She's like,
"Oh no,
you're grounded. You're not going out this weekend. You're not doing no good game or anything." She's just like, "You're grounded. You're in trouble. I just did those braids and you took them out."
Sheesh.
That's probably the craziest experience that I've had in terms of my hair.
Yeah. But you still keep doing crazy hair. So that didn't stop.
Yeah, that didn't stop me. I still, just last week I had a mohawk.
Yeah.
So
now here back at Trinity, where do you feel your role kind of fits on this team this year?
I guess I'd say that my biggest role is just to contribute as a leader, as one of the older guys on the team, just kind of set the tone, set the example of what the coach wants, what he expects of us on the court. And outside of that, just to try my hardest, and try to contribute to this ultimate goal of winning a national championship.
What are you actually taking here? You're taking communications, is that right?
Yeah. Communications.
What do you have goals beyond Trinity that you'd like to pursue?
I definitely have goals career-wise. I think my biggest thing is to just kind of concentrate and get my degree for right now. Outside of that, I'll see where God takes me. But like I said, my dad does have a company, and he runs a company for a sports management company, and so I have dreams of eventually contributing in that way, to the company. I also have dreams to play overseas after I'm done with basketball here. So that's a little bit ahead down the road, So I don't really think too much about it outside of that, But I do definitely have dreams to stick with basketball.
Well, you seem like a bit of a talker. Would you want to be a broadcaster or anything like that?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it didn't sound like that.
That might interest me down the road, depending on where I go with my career.
Sure. Well, thank you very much for coming.
Yeah,
good luck in the rest of the season and your future. And good luck this weekend against UBC.
All right, no problem. Thanks, James.
Well, it's been Tristan Smith, and it's been another edition of Spartan Spotlight.